Hi there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your reading for the week of October 18th through 24th. And so far, like there's some amazing readings just coming out for this week. Lots and lots of them talking about the law of attraction and, focusing on what you want. And there's some personal transformation really been happening a lot and continuing to happen. And so it's really amazing what some of the individuals in this world are doing and accomplishing and feeling and have the power of, like we all have all this power and we have no idea. We're not using it yet. Or, some of us are using some of it, right? But it's really a time of personal growth, individual growth these days. So anyway, okay. So because this is a general angel reading, take the parts that resonate with you and leave the rest. They're just for somebody else. So this is, all your guardian angels come together as a group, and that's how they provide the messages. Okay. So now I have all the cards out. All right, this looks really good. Looks really good. So, do you journal? Do you write down the things, that your hopes and dreams for today and how it turned out at the end of the day and all that stuff? They're saying to do that. So there's twofold. There's writing down what is actually happening in your world and how you're feeling about it. Significant events that are going on and that to do this daily or weekly or whatever. There's also the other side of that where you write down exactly what you want, not what you have, what you want. And do that every day. What is your vision for your future? How do you see yourself? How in your ideal world? And so we're not talking about reality. We're talking about if there's no holds barred, there's abundance of money and time and resources and love and people. And what does your world look like in your ideal situation? And so writing that down every day really is a transformative thing. It creates your future. And so you have that power, just like they were talking about before the reading. I mean, can't make this up. So it's really cool that you have, just using pen and paper or a computer or whatever you're using. Personally, I prefer pen and paper, but I'm old school. I am old. So, no wonder. But so your angels are recommending that you do some journaling. Also, like there's another purpose behind this so that you can look back in a while, whenever the spirit moves you, and you can read the state you were in, today, in a few months. Because by then you will have forgotten. You will have made so much progress and you'll be in a different place. Maybe not physically, but you'll be in a different place. And so to look back and see all your progress and the things you've learned since then and the way you feel differently is really an amazing thing. Especially anybody who struggles with, low feelings or depression or things like that, who struggles with self-worth, then when you can read back and realize how much you've gained since then, it's very, very beautiful thing to experience. Okay, and so, here we go. Dreams of abundance. So this is what they're talking about just a minute ago. This is law of attraction stuff. What is your ideal world? And that's when there's absolutely everything that you could ever want or need, that you have that in your dreams and in your visions, and you write it down and you feel it. So when you're doing that, when you're writing it down, really put yourself in that world. Like, this is not a fantasy world. This is your future. So when you put yourself there and you really feel it and you taste it, you can smell it, you can, like, it's when 10 or 15 minutes later, when you're finished writing out what you want your whole world to be, then you come back and you go, oh, I'm not actually there yet. And it's a surprise. I mean, sink yourself into that world. And it feels really cool to do it. And it's also really cool, like this journaling thing, right? When you do look back and you see that that's where you were then, and here's where you are now, and you're creating what you've been dreaming up. Yeah, and you can really see that. There's evidence of it, man. Okay, really cool. So this is also the power. So on the card, it's called the power of prayer. Now, you can call it whatever you want. Like, many people kind of have a trigger about, God and prayer and religion and church and all those kinds of things, right? So you can call it whatever you want. But what this is talking to your angels, or, if you don't like the word angels, you use your higher self, your consciousness, or creator, or source, or universe, or, whatever language works best for you. Let's make this as easy and as open as we possibly can for you, right? So you use whatever language you like the best. But what that is, so I use the language of angels. So when you're talking to your angels and you are asking for, more abundance, or an easier time, or something that you've been needing, or, whatever, that has so much power. When you have the ear of your higher self is who can get all that for you. I mean, you could talk till you're blue in the face to, the people around you, and none of them can provide that, what you need for you, but your angels can. Yeah, they can. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives you in response to your prayers. So when you do talk to your angels or source or whatever, and you say, please, can you provide this or that, or opportunities, or whatever the case may be, then you have to kind of get out of question mode and get into receiving the answer mode. It's a different vibration. It's a way of being. And so when you're asking a question, you can't, like, if you stay in that same vibration of question, then the answer could be right there in front of you and you can't see it or hear it or receive it, right? You have to change your vibration so that you are stepped back, relaxed, and now you can see that, oh, that is an opportunity. And even though right at this minute I can't quite see how it's going to attain those certain goals, it's a great opportunity. So I'm going to step towards that until there's something big that blocks me, or if something big blocks me, then I'm not supposed to have it. But between now and then, I'm going to step towards it because it is better. Yeah. So that's how you do that. You keep your eyes peeled for the opportunities that are sent to you and the new circumstances that are sent to you, right? So it feels like you are creating something. So I'm not quite sure so for some of you, this is like crafts maybe, or it's a project you're working on, or like it might be for work, but it feels a little more personal than that. Some people really do take their work personally, so it may be that for you. But whatever this project is, there's some part of you that's like, kind of like, I don't know if this is any good. Like, I'm making this, but I don't know if it's any good. Have confidence in that. Everybody starts somewhere, and the more you practice, the better you get at it. The more you research it, the more you know about it. And so any parts that you physically cannot accomplish by yourself, get help. Uh, ask friends, or if it's something that needs a professional, well, you get the professional. And so that's another one of those things that maybe you would ask your angel team for beforehand, is the resources to pay that professional. Or perhaps it's somebody who's good to trade you with something, or, whatever it is. And so this agent or manager is there for your good. Like they're there to do work for you, to assist you, to make it better. Now there has to be an even exchange, right? So you do have to pay them in some way, but it may not have to be cash, right? So you may trade them for something, or I don't know, like it could be something different completely, right? But either way, so having a lot of confidence in what you're creating, like you have everything that you need to make that thing, to finish it, to get it done. It might take a while. It's okay. That it's all divinely created, divinely orchestrated. And so, if you have an urge to get working on that and get it done, then you should probably follow that guidance. And if you need assistance from a professional, from somebody else, then definitely get them, find them. That's what they do. That's what they do. And so you have everything there and everyone there, available to you to help you get this finished. Now, for some of you, it's a small thing, maybe, but maybe you're wanting to do it a little differently, or you're wanting to be able to market it, or something like that. So then there's always somebody to assist you with that part that you maybe don't feel confident in, right? So the part that you do have every confidence in, because of course you can accomplish that. That's what your angels are saying, right? So then the parts so for example, a lot of very creative people, maybe you're making something, maybe you paint, maybe you write, maybe, whatever it is that you're making, your forte, your strength, your passion is in the actual doing of that, the actual painting and the actual writing or building or whatever it is you're doing. That's your thing. You're maybe learning it as you go along. Maybe you haven't done it before, but you're really enjoying it, and you can have confidence that what you are creating right then and there has so much value that you're not the only one who thinks it's amazing, right? And then, maybe you need to market it or publish it, or, however that goes in whichever thing you're doing. And you don't really know how to do that, and you don't really want to learn that because it's not your thing. That's where the agent or manager comes in, because it is their thing. That is what they do. So they are there for you. They're available, and that's what they do. Okay. Time to do some meditating, I guess, is kind of what this means. But it's getting quiet. Feels like there's a lot of just chitter chatter and static and whatever going on. So if you can ask Archangel Metatron. He uses geometric shapes and color to clear things like static. And so if you have some selenite, you can use that. It's a really great clearing tool. I'm sure there's a lot of other crystals as well. I'm just not as familiar with them. And ask Archangel Metatron to help you clear your energy field using, and you can use this or not, like whatever you have. You can use just your hands and asking Metatron to clear. But most people feel, kind of a sensation, tingle, whatever, and just get all your energy field cleared and so that you can remove the static so that your thoughts can be calm. It feels like you're just a little bombarded by everything. There's lots going on, and some parts of it you just want to ignore, and okay, whatever. If you want to ignore that, that's okay until it catches your attention again, and then you'll have to pay attention to it, right? But let yourself be quiet, let yourself clear, let yourself be very grounded, so that you have the clarity, have the knowledge of what's important and that what needs to be looked after. Yeah. Yes. Create this quiet time for yourself and you will have more clarity about what to do next. That's exactly right. Okay. All right. So, Taurus, let's grab the daily guidance cards and we'll see what is one last bit of wisdom that your angels want you to know. So 2 cards popped out. Okay, so which first? Okay, energy work. So if you have somebody that you know who does, Reiki or healing touch or anything like that, any kind of healing of energy work, then go get a session of that done. It will just help you with all this clearing that they were just talking about, and get, it just helps you become more balanced, more even, opens things that have been closed, closes things slightly that have been too far open, and just creates balance, like I said, and increased vibration everywhere. So that's great. If you do this, do some on yourself, do some on the people in your household, do some on your property, whatever you need to clear everything that's going on around you. And here, for some of you, it's time to go. There's a situation that has just run its course. Sometimes this is like, for some of you, it feels like this is a small thing. Some clothing has worn out that you have to get rid of, or excuse me, it's really dry in here. Excuse me again. And so maybe it's tiny like that. For some of you, this is all the way up though. Like it's maybe time to change jobs. It's time to move to a different house. It's time to change something. And I'm being told that in your gut what that is, that you've been kind of avoiding it. But it's time. You could avoid it a little longer, but it wouldn't be smart. Oh dear, excuse me. Is this mine, or is this part of the reading? And so this is something that you have been avoiding, and you need to pay attention to it. You need to speak about it. You need to make a decision about it. Something that's end has come. Okay. All right. So, Taurus, this here is our world, a representation of our world. And so let's create some love and some compassion for all of us in this world. And let's just send it to everyone. And let's help everyone be more balanced and be more even. This energy work that we were speaking of. That's lovely. Thank you so much, Taurus. I want you to know how much I appreciate you and how much I love you. And I'll see you next week.